Good morning everyone. I hope this video finds you all safe and well and that you had a lovely weekend and spent some quality time with your families. Obviously I wanted to give you an update really following the Chancellor's announcement last week regarding the job support scheme. Excuse me. Still waiting for the actual detail of it, but if I give you the information that we have so far. The scheme is obviously designed to support viable jobs in businesses that are affected by the coronavirus, particularly over the winter months. So the government are going to top up wages, excuse me, providing the employee works at least 33% of their contracted hours. So to give you the detail that we have, to be eligible, obviously you have to have a UK bank account. You do not need to have previously claimed under the job retention scheme. However, employees must have been on the employer's payroll on or before the 23rd of September. Now you will recall that this scheme was announced on the 24th of September and the payroll figures for September aren't filed until, they have to be filed by Wednesday of this week, the 30th. So really you're looking at employees that were on your payroll as of August. If you took on any new employees in September, they are not going to be covered by this. So the employee must work at least 33% of their usual hours for the first 3 months of the scheme. After 3 months, the government will consider whether to increase this minimum hours threshold. So for each hour that the employee doesn't work, the government and the employer will each pay a third of the usual hourly wage for that employee. The government contribution is capped at £697.92 per month. Grants, same as the coronavirus job retention scheme, the grants are paid in arrears, and the grants will not cover employer national insurance contributions or employer pension contributions, but they will remain payable. So that as an employer, you will pay all of the employer's national insurance and pension contributions. Employers must pay employees in full for the hours that they've worked, and then the government and employer contributions for the hours not worked. The expectation is that employers will not be able to top up their employees' wages above the 2/3 contribution for hours that they didn't work. So the employee, as I said, must be working at least 33% of their usual hours. For the time worked, the employer must pay contracted wage. For the time not worked, the employee will receive 2/3 of their usual wage. A third of that will come from the employer, a third of that will come from the government, and employees cannot be made redundant or put on notice of redundancy during the period with which you're claiming the grant. Okay, so I think that the scheme will run from the 1st of November 2020 through to the end of April 2021. Employees can come on and off the scheme, so you could use it 1 month, not use it the next, use it 1 month, so you have the ability to do that. You can also use it for, even if you had somebody who's paid monthly, you could use it maybe 1 week, and then after that you might not need to use it. So each claim, however, must be for a period of 7 days. So I think at the moment that's everything we have on that. Obviously, I will keep you updated as more and more information becomes available. The other thing is, obviously, the government also announced the extension of the self-employed income support scheme. Basically, it really isn't changed from before. So if you were eligible previously, you'll be eligible again this time. You don't have to have claimed the previous 2 times to be able to claim for this new one. So obviously this is for people who are self-employed, so that's sole traders and partnerships. You have to declare that you're currently actively trading and you intending to continue to trade. So if your business is closing, you will not be eligible for this. And you have to declare that you've been impacted by reduced demand due to the coronavirus in the qualifying period. So this period will run from the 1st of November. And so the qualifying period is between the 1st of November, the date of your claim. So the extension will provide 2 grants, which will cover 6 months from November 2020 to April 2021. They'll be paid in 2 lump sum instalments, each covering a 3-month period. So the first grant will cover the period from November through to January, and you will receive 20% of your average monthly trading profits, and that is taxable. It is taxable because it's replacing sales that you haven't received. So I think that's everything at the moment. Obviously, we continue to be here to support you. We're offering, we're able to offer provide the service rather to do cash flow forecasts. So for those of you who have perhaps postponed, excuse me, tax payments, if you have taken out business bounce back loans, CBILS loans, it's a really good idea now to start getting that cash flow forecast to be able to plan. The government have obviously extended or given you the ability to make payments over time for tax that hasn't been paid. So that's for the VAT and self-assessments. So rather than have to pay those in one go, you can do instalments, but you will need to speak to them to arrange those. So I think that's everything from me. Continue to stay safe, and I will speak to you all again soon.